Elf in the Lazy Girl World, where we talk about all things movie and TV. Today we are talking about The Tomorrow War. It just came out on Amazon Prime about a family man that gets taken 30 years into the future to fight a war to save the present. It's a lot, I know. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that. And also, welcome. So I'm going to tell you the good and the bad and whether you should watch the movie or not. See if it's worth watching, okay? So let's get into it right now. First and foremost, we have a really great cast. We have J.K. Simmons, Mr. Omni-Man himself. We have Chris Pratt. We have Yvonne, I don't want to ruin her name, but it's Yvonne Strahovski, don't know. Sam Richardson, Jasmine Matthews, and Edwin Hodge. Okay, star-studded cast. Who doesn't love J.K. Simmons? He's in absolutely everything. Not everything, but when you do see him, you're like, okay, this is J.K. Simmons. I'm definitely about to watch this. Anytime he's on the screen, it's a good time. It's a good movie. I thought that with Chris Pratt trying to be so serious in this movie that I would have a hard time believing him. But I didn't. I feel like he did really well. He did pretty good at being a serious person that has to go to the future to fight. He did have a lot of bug eyes though. There are a lot of those moments where he's just walking around looking like this, and I was just like, please, Chris, stop with that. But I kind of think that's his eyes anyway, so he might not be able to help that. But if he had toned that down a little bit, I wouldn't have felt like he was looking so crazy all of the time. He doesn't really always have a serious face, okay? He does not have a serious face. He looks like he's about to crack a joke all of the time. So he toned the joke face down, but he didn't tone the bug eyes down, and he did a pretty good job. It does kind of feel like he's stuck in monster movies, though. He did Jurassic World the second one that sucked, and now he's doing this movie. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing. And then we also have Sam Richardson, who played Charlie. He was great. He added some comedic relief that you didn't know you were going to need until you get into the movie, because it's super serious, okay? It takes itself very seriously sometimes, and you're just like, oh wow, we are very serious about this going into the future thing to fight a war. Okay, we're serious. So he brought the laughter. Loved it so much. I don't really know what all he's been in, but he was great. So with the story, initially, when I first heard it, I just thought it was okay. I was like, okay, we're gonna go fight a war 30 years into the future. Who cares? As people say, that's their problem. And I was kind of right there with them. I was like, that's their problem, and also, how does that help? You're gonna take me to fight your war? What is this time travel situation? And then if I die, doesn't that kind of like decrease the population here? And doesn't that in the end lead us to what we're trying to avoid in the first place? Which is all of us dying out, okay? We don't want that to happen. And I promise, that wasn't a spoiler. This is something you already know from the previews, okay? But that does get explained fairly quickly. I mean, once we kind of get into the heart of it, that gets explained. Because I was like, this is stupid. We are going to the future to stop what we're kind of making happen. But they explain it in a very weird way. Okay, it gets explained. It's a little weird. It's a little messed up. You're going to be like, I don't know how I feel about this. This is jacked up. But, time travel. That's it. Time travel. I feel like Chris Pratt, as far as playing a father, he, because this is part of the story, he was very believable as a father in the beginning of the movie, like to a younger person. It was like, oh, this is great as a dad. I love it. They kind of tried to build a family thing later on, just a bunch of relationships. There's always a family thing in movies. Sometimes it doesn't need to be there. I felt like later on in the movie, that did not need to be there at all. I don't necessarily feel like the two characters gave us what we wanted. They tried to make it an emotional thing, and I was just like, who cares? Like, we have to fight a war. I don't care about whatever's going on between him and her. Like, stop. Like, and they tried to do it a couple of times, okay? One of the times supposed to evoke tears. I probably cried just because of the music, but not because it was convincing, okay? I cried because of the music. The music was there. There was tension. It was a lot. Okay, I cried. But it was not necessarily... It wasn't the acting. It was just like, it didn't need to be there, period. It didn't need to be built into the story that way. And so that was something I could have done without, okay? Also, something amazing. Aliens, okay? The aliens were great. I felt like I'd never seen aliens like this before. They were super freaky, super scary. I was here for it. I was like, oh, I found myself yelling at the screen a lot. Oh my God, run. I don't know them to run. But they were running, okay? They were running from those scary aliens. And obviously they explain all of it. They explain every single part of the aliens. But oh my God. It was crazy. Like I couldn't be with the aliens. Death to me. Y'all already know. Death to me. Okay? So those were the good things. Now, like I said, the music was there. It was amazing. Okay, y'all know I'll be talking about the music. The music was there. It's gonna build the tension. But on to the bad. Okay, what did I not like? Sometimes that music was too doggone loud. I cannot hear what they are saying because the music was too loud. And I don't think it was just my TV. Okay, I don't think it was my TV. I'm pretty sure it was just how it was mixed and mastered and all of that good stuff. It was just too loud. Okay, I don't want to put on subtitles for a movie. So I definitely feel like they could have changed that. And I get the music part. Okay, I get the loudness, bombs, guns, whatever, explosions. We need it. We need the loud noises and we need the music. But we can't have those two things happening and them talking. So I definitely feel like that was one of the things where I was just like, I don't want to put on subtitles. Come on, fix this. Like I touched on a little bit, I got into, the emotional parts. That was one of the things I didn't like. I didn't mean to talk about it then, but I'm talking about it now again, okay? It felt so forced. And I get it, okay? It was built into the story. No matter what, it was going to be built into the story. But I just wish it wasn't built into the story. It just felt forced. I wasn't here for it. It didn't bring the connection that it was supposed to, as far as for the future. It didn't bring it. I could have done without it. Especially for it to be time travel. I mean, come on. There's so many things up in the air. Like, I don't need this. Then there was an incident with an alien where it was like, for everything that we had going on, as unrealistic as this stuff is, there was something going on with an alien at some point in time where it was just like the most unrealistic thing out of the whole movie, okay? It was like, you want me to suspend my disbelief even more than I've already suspended my disbelief or my belief? Suspend everything? I cannot. And so I was just kind of sitting there laughing at that point because I was just like, no, unbelievable. No, what's going on? Are they Superman? No. But even with those two things that I was just like, this is stupid and I don't like it. It was still a great movie. So is this movie that I think that you should take the time out to watch? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. You can watch it tonight. Okay. Definitely feel like you won't regret it. It is a long movie. Okay. It is in the 2-hour range, but I don't think you will regret it. So definitely give this a watch. I will see you guys next time. If there's anything else that you would like for me to review before you watch it, let me know and I'll let you know if it's worth watching. See you guys next time. Bye.